Hey, Synapse here with more Titanfall. Been a few days since the last episode. Apologize for that. Editing, yeah. That stuff takes time and effort. And recording post-commentary again. Had a few issues with rendering, and I don't know, my graphics card driver, I guess, got updated somehow. Although I don't remember updating it. And then GPU acceleration got screwed up, which allowed me to not render stuff, and I had to figure out why, and that took a while, and it was just a fun time. So yeah, been a few days since first thing, and it's been like 10 days now since, no, 5 days? 6 days. 6 days. Since the game came out, I think. Pretty sure. I know these things so well, because I plan ahead before I record. But I do have a plan, for reals. So yeah, it's been almost like a week now since the game came out, and at least on the Reddits, the subreddit for the game, people have started turning kind of negative towards it. I think like the initial hype kind of wore off, and people started looking at all the faults it had in a more critical light. And people have been posting their disappointed opinions. And last episode I kind of talked about all those problems, and there really isn't any more than those, as far as I know, that have come to my attention. So I think my opinion is still pretty valid. It hasn't changed at all in the matches I've played since then. I still feel it's a very fun game. I'm enjoying the hell out of it, because I haven't played a good Twitch shooter in a while. And I had wanted to. I hadn't played Call of Duty in years, since like Black Ops, I think, was the last one. Like Black Ops 1 was the last real Twitch shooter I actually played in any significant amount. And I just love mechs, so you know, mechs are cool, and when they're combined with a good shooter, equals a game I want to play. So definitely worth it for me. Some people, obviously, not for them. If you're one of those people, don't complain that you don't like it, because it's not your type of game. Like, if you were looking for something else, you're looking for some sort of FPS revolution, like they were trying to say it was going to be, it's probably not that. It does kind of feel empty, kind of not quite completed product, but that could either be good or bad. I kind of think it's good because they have a really solid base to build off of, then either patches, DLC, or even just future games. I mean, what they did make is exceptionally well put together, and incredibly fun to play, at least for me. And that's about all I guess I have to say about that in a sort of Forrest Gump type way. I think you guys should know my feelings about the game, and if you guys have your own opinions, I mean, you're entitled to those. Not everyone's gonna like every single game. I'm not saying you should like the game for this reason. I'm saying you should, you know, look at it, see if it might be up your alley, and then give it a shot. And if it is, cool. Not, well, alright then. So yeah, I've still been enjoying the game a lot. Have played a lot more matches, gotten a lot better, learned a lot more things about the game that just make me a better player overall. This match you're seeing was actually recorded before the games that I put up last time, those two back-to-back games. The reason that was because those were just easier to edit out because they were back-to-back, so it was really easier to edit. This first game was the game before those, so I'm actually worse than I was in those games. So, yeah, there's that. Still did pretty well. And then the second game will be from a much more recent, I'm like 10 levels ahead of what I am in this game. So it's much more recent. It was from yesterday at the time of this audio, whereas this game was from like 4 days ago now. So this is the playthrough of the campaign. The first playthrough, you start off at the IMC side, which is the corporation side, and then there's the militia. And they're both good and bad, so whatever one you want to be good is good. So there's not really a good guy. But yeah, the first playthrough you get IMC missions, and then if you beat it, you unlock a Titan body, which is called a Strider, which is the like mobile agility lightweight type of thing. And then the second time you play through it, you play militia side, and once you complete that, you unlock the Ogre, which is the like kind of heavy Titan. It is slow, immobile, but can take a punch and doesn't care about getting shot that much. So here, I duel this Titan, make him get doomed. Have to eject out of my own. That pilot was trying to get on me, so now he's stealthed in front of me because he got ejected as I ejected. So I kill him, see this Titan, kill these people here, then run up the Titan, jump on his back, jump off his back into the upper story of this building, run away, and then I screw this up on the re-engage. Now, it would be entirely possible for me to run up and rodeo the Titan and kill him. However, I don't notice that he has an enemy pilot on his back, which is preventing me from rodeoing it, and I didn't know this at the time. This is only something I learned later, that you can't rodeo someone while there is a friendly, quote-unquote, pilot on their back, so someone on their team. And you can see the kill didn't come from the Titan, the kill came from the guy in the back with the assault rifle. And so I use a burn card here. So there's burn cards, and you just earn these by completing challenges, by ranking up, and you equip them before the game, and you have 3 slots. And there's a lot of different things, from amped weapons, which are these things. So like there's amp types of each gun, which is normally you get them from using the gun, basically, and completing challenges with the gun, which gives you basically just a super powerful version of that weapon. Stuff like increase your speed, increase the time you can use your pilot ability, increase your XP, reduce the build time on your Titan, core ability while you're in your Titan, all that sort of stuff. And they're very useful, and I suggest using them as often as possible. You get a ton of them. You never really run out. I've never run out. I've used 3 almost every single game, but I've never run out. So I suggest to use them as often as you can, because they can really help you out sometimes. Although the double XP, there's a burn card for double XP. Basically, you put that thing on, and it's almost guaranteed you'll die within 5 seconds of spawning, because heaven forbid you actually, get double XP. But you can see there, I shot that Titan, and the splash damage off of my rocket launcher is what killed me. Even though I was on the 2nd story roof, and the Titan was on the ground level. So it definitely packs a punch, those amped weapons. But I respawned right in time to do the epilogue, so I can kill some pilots as they're trying to escape. Kill this Titan at least. Try to punch him here, but I miss target specters on the ground. He ends up getting doomed, I end up getting doomed. And then I can't find it, but I kill a few pilots here, and then I lag out right at the end of the match and die. So don't think that it's your YouTube when it lags here in about 5-10 seconds. When I jump down, it just kind of freezes. And I almost didn't include this entire match for that, but I was like, whatever, I can just explain it. Because I did everything else in the match right here. It lags. Everything else in the match was good, and then this was just unfortunate at the end. I didn't want to cut it out or anything. So that was that match. Pretty solid match overall. In the second match, I have a much different loadout, and it's what I've been using now much more frequently, and how I think the game lends itself to being played. So I have the basic carbine assault rifle thing, which is pretty much the best gun in the game. There's some arguments for like the SMGs in very short range things, and there's a 3-round burst gun that is better at really long range engagements, but long range engagements don't happen all that often because of just this pure speed and mobility of pilots. It kind of prevents you from doing long range extended engagements because enemy pilots just kind of run too fast to be able to engage them for long times at long range, because they'll just get out of your fire line too quickly. So here, instead of my cloak, I'm using stim, which basically makes me run faster, walls faster, all that sort of stuff, which is really useful for map movement, and just enhances how mobile you can already be in the game. And I'm using the holographic, I think, or the AOG sight on this. I screwed this initial thing up. I just completely whiffed everything and then like fall down. And right click is how you hang on walls, so it hung me on the side of the thing. It was bad. So I use a burn card for enhanced stimulant, which makes me be even faster basically, which is really insane. I'm also using satchel charges, which are great for destroying Titans. You can put them on their back, and like 2 of them will basically take down a Titan from like 3/4 health, or like half health if it's a ogre, the heavy one. So they're really useful. and the assault rifle is just the best gun for every situation, pretty much. You can't go wrong using it unless you're really trying to defend a hard point, which SMGs or shotguns should be better. But I just prefer to use the carbine. It's just my kind of go-to. And then my Titan is a Strider, which is the lightweight one. It has 3 dashes with the default thing, and then you can have a dash core instead of the damage core, which is basically what you earn while you're in the Titan, and it allows you to have unlimited dashes, which is really OP because nothing can hit you. If you play it right, you can basically 2 or 3, even 3v1 enemy Titans while you have the dash core enabled, because you can dodge almost every single projectile that they throw at you. I'm using the chain gun thing with extended magazine, and then the rocket salvo thing, the unguided one, actually like the 2 default guns. And it's not because I haven't used everything else. I actually have used like everything once. Here I screw up with satchel charges because this was the first game I had them. So I get it down to like half, and then I throw a satchel charge. I want to throw another one. The left click is detonate, and G would throw another one. I thought left click would throw another one, but that was stupid. So yeah, I blew myself up there, which was silly, and also gave up the chance of dooming that Titan. But, you know, live and learn. My first time doing it, and I have learned from that. I haven't done it again, so first time for everything, I guess. But yeah, so that setup allows me to be really mobile and get a lot of damage off while I'm moving. The charge weapons, I feel like I just couldn't get enough shots off during a fight while I was remaining super mobile to justify the reduced armor and everything of my Strider Titan. Having just the chain gun allows me to continuously fire while moving around and hit them effectively. Here I tried to jump into my Titan in midair, and I got on my teammate's Titan, which was unfortunate because it would have been badass if I jumped into my Titan. I love doing that when it, like, just as it lands, you jump and jump into it, and it just picks you up in midair and everything. So something I learned, and I've gotten better. Once you take a Titan's shield down, you'll see there's a big red glowing area on each of them. For the ogres, it's on their backs and kind of on their shoulders a little bit. For the Atlas, which is the default Titan, it's like right in their middle. It's really easy to hit. And then the Strider, it's like everything is like a weak point. And obviously their bright glowing red spots are the weak points, and you can inflict massive damage if you can focus them effectively in a fight. And that's why I love this chain gun, because I can just be dashing all the time, avoiding the enemy shots or reflecting them with the vortex shield, and constantly putting down damage onto their weak spots. It also allows me to just remain super mobile. Like that pilot was trying to run up behind me, I dash, turn 180 degrees, and immediately just shoot him before he can do anything. Also, awareness of the minimap is really essential in this game, is what I've found out. Right here, I was talking to someone, and you'll see I'll pause like up ahead. There was actually a Titan, or a pilot right next to me, and I didn't even realize it. Just looking back, I saw that there was a pilot right next to me. That could have been really bad, but luckily he doesn't like try to rodeo onto me or take me down or anything. So yeah, I love the mobility that this game gives you, and I feel like using any of the heavier Titans is just kind of a waste. They do have their uses, obviously, in tight knit maps. This one's actually, you can make an argument for even the Alice, because it is kind of tight. And then the Here Be Dragons map, which is that like canyon-y map, I do not have a good time using this Strider. It is just too cramped for it to maneuver effectively, and so I usually go back to the Alice as kind of a balanced setup. And the Strider is really terrible at being a bodyguard, just because of its reduced hit points, and it doesn't use its dashes effectively or its mobility effectively while it's in guard mode, or even follow mode. And so if you want to be a person that's on the ground a lot and capturing the objectives in hardpoint, and having that Titan be an auto Titan defending the outside so you don't get flanked or something, I definitely go for either the Atlas or even the Ogre. I can see an argument for, because you don't need to be mobile to be a bodyguard. Like, that's kind of the entire point, is for it to be immobile. So Strider is definitely, it's definitely fills the niche of wanting to duel and move around and kill all the enemies you can find as quickly as possible. And another thing is focusing those grunts and specters in attrition is really, really powerful. If you don't like try to worry about all the enemies and you just go for their drop pods and squish like 6 of them with a dash, that's 6 attrition points right there. That's more than a pilot is worth, and it's really easy for no cost. And it's consistently how I will be at the top of the scoreboards, is on my grunt spectre kills and everything. And people just kind of ignore them sometimes. And like, yeah, there's better targets sometimes, like Titans and pilots that are trying to kill you, but if you're not doing anything, there's no point in not killing them. Or if you have the time to kill them, definitely do it. It'll definitely raise your score and make your team win more. And I just love the mobility of the Titan and of the game in general, and the wall running and everything. And some people are saying that the Titan game is really boring, and just like basically whoever gets the first shots off wins, and that's only true if you're not good and you're not using the dashes and abilities that you have. Otherwise, it is very, very skill based and very quick pace and intense, and I really love it. So obviously you can tell I have not worn myself out of this game. I'm not one of those people that have started to hate it. Yeah, there's things that could be added, but as it is, I'm still having a blast with this game. I'm going to continue posting as many episodes, whatever, as I can. But that is, I think, going to be it for this episode. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Adios.